Hello everyone and welcome to Grandstand Sports Data. In today's video, we're giving you a round one betting preview between the Minnesota Wild and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. We'll be going over the statistical breakdown, some of the coaching and player quality breakdown. We're going to give you our models predictions and some of the betting lines that are in this series. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's go over the statistical breakdown. And as you can see, Vegas is the dominant team across almost every power metric. And when I say power metric, I'm talking about power rating and the differential. So number 3 in power rating, number 4 in SRS, which is from hockeyreference.com, number 3 in terms of goal differential, and tied for 4th in even strength goal differential. Some pretty good playoff metrics right there. Minnesota ranks basically in the bottom 5 in almost all of those areas, and when I say bottom 5, I mean of playoff teams. They do rank middle of the pack when you're talking about regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, bottom 5 in almost all those stats. Vegas now, they have a huge special teams advantage, at least in my eyes. They're number 2 on the power play, while Minnesota is 20th in the NHL. While neither has a strong penalty kill, Minnesota ranks almost dead last in that department. Now, looking at Vegas and their team penalties, they stay out of the box, even with their physical play, which is huge. But they do not do a good job at creating penalties for their opposition, ranking dead last in the NHL there. Now, Minnesota's offense, it's inefficient, as you can see, tied for 25th in terms of shot percentage, 27th in terms of shot differential, and then 20th in the NHL when it comes to scoring chance percentage. So even when they generate chances, they don't finish well. They're middle of the league there. Vegas, they're above average across all those same categories. So that's a huge advantage for Vegas. Possession's also going to favor Vegas. They're number 9 in the NHL when it comes to Corsi, while Minnesota's 26th. Not good. Golden Knights also maintain more consistent zone time and shot pressure. So, bottom line here is Vegas is holding a huge statistical, basically, advantage in every major metric: special teams, puck possession, shooting efficiency, even team strength. So, Minnesota's only potential edge could be in net when you're talking about their team save percentage, right? Fifth in the NHL in that department. So from a numbers perspective, this is a clear lean towards Vegas as the stronger team and potentially a short series if they avoid penalty trouble. Okay, so let's dive a little bit deeper into the coaching, player quality, and also the goaltending in this matchup. So Bruce Cassidy, he's going to hold the edge here. He's got 53% playoff win percentage. He's proven and he's reliable postseason boss. While John Hines on the other side only has won 21% of his hockey games in the playoffs. So kind of a red flag there. Vegas, their playoff skaters are battle tested and productive. You can see Eichel, Stone, Carlson, Petrangelo, all post strong Corsi 4 percentages and high plus minus. So William Carlson, he has the highest playoff plus minus, as you can see, being plus 40 on the board. While their blue line, especially Petrangelo and Theodore, they contribute heavily at both ends. Look at that. That's huge numbers there for them. Minnesota, they have some strong possession guys, but little postseason impact, as you can see. Kiprasov, 58.1 in terms of his Corsi 4, Boldy at 61.2. They're going to lead the charge, but both have negative plus minus. That's not really good. Multiple starters have no playoff sample. You can see from Rossi, Faber, and Shabbat. Or they have poor plus minus differential. So not too good. Overall playoff Corsi 4 team average is just at 46.6. Not as good as Vegas at that 49.4. Goaltending now is a massive edge for Vegas. You can see Adin Hill he's playoff tested, right? Has 15.7 goal save above average and an elite 76.5% quality start percentage. Huge postseason track record for Adin Hill, or at least knows how to get hot at the right time. Minnesota's Gustafsson, he has modest numbers, right? 2.5 in terms of his gold save above average, while Fleury, he's barely above water, but he does have a lot of playoff experience. That's something to take a note of. Looking at Vegas's backup, Ilya Samsonov, he's a risk, but Hill gives them the clear stability as a starter. As long as they can stay away from Samsonov, Hill should be able to do the job. Now, the bottom line here is that Vegas is basically checking almost every box, right? Coaching, player quality, goaltending, almost everything. Minnesota has some possession upside with their top line, but lacks the historical production or goaltending firepower to lean on in a full series. Edge clearly goes to Vegas here, and if Hill stays sharp, this could end real early. Okay, so let's take a look at the more profitable playoff factors here, right? Vegas, they absolutely do basically dominating every category here. You can see it includes all of the major categories like even strength, goal differential, shot differential, Corsi, scoring chance percentage, all the high volume indicators, all go in Vegas's way. Power rating also, goal differential, SRS, penalty kill percentage, they're strong across the board. There's no denying that. Now, for some reason, the model here at Grandstand Sports Data, a little bit of a spoiler alert before we get there, but they're picking the Minnesota Wild. Maybe they see some value here that we don't necessarily see, and even that I don't necessarily agree on, but they just like, I guess, Minnesota's makeup. That's what I'm thinking. But we have to remember that it's been profitable for the last 5 years. That's basically what it comes down to. The model has been profitable both on the money line and both on the spread for the last 5 years. So Vegas profile isn't just strong, it's been historically profitable. So if you had bet blindly on teams with similar statistical edges in the playoffs for the past 5 years, you'd be up multiple units. The bottom line here is that one of the most lopsided handicapping slides on the board is Vegas is a juggernaut by historical playoff metrics. The only reason to back Minnesota is if you trust the model that we give you. That's about it. Otherwise, ride with what's been working in the playoff betting trends, and that points to Vegas. Now we're going to take a look at the money line trends for both teams. And let's start with Minnesota. Minnesota was the better betting side this season. They were 45 and 37. They were up $3.19 for every $1 bet. And their rate of return on investment was 3.9%. So they delivered value as underdogs throughout the season. That's basically what it's telling you. The profit curve shows a few sharp runs, especially mid-season. They have trended down as it's gone on. Vegas won more games but didn't cover the juice. So 50 and 32 for their record, but only up 22 cents for every $1 bet. That's only good enough for a 0.3% return on your investment. So they consistently price as favorites, which flatten returns. They hover near break even most of the year despite strong on ice performance. So sharp bettors likely saw more value on Minnesota. So when priced as underdogs, their wins had a better payout profile, whereas Vegas bettors likely had to lay too much juice. Their wins didn't move the profit needle as much, right? Bottom line here, Minnesota offered more value to moneyline bettors this season, even with slightly worse record. Vegas was winning, but at inflated prices that limited returns. So this is a good reminder that winning games doesn't always mean winning bets. Pricing always matters, and from this angle, Minnesota was the better betting side in 2024. Now, let's take a look at the series breakdown or the series betting outlook. Here we're going to take a look at the books are looking at siding heavily with Vegas at minus 215 to win the series, while Minnesota backers can get that plus 175 on the upset. The series spread, Vegas at minus 1.5 at plus 110, while the Wild is plus 1.5 at minus 130. So the market does think it's going to be a little bit of a close series. Model fades the market and then backs the Wild. Predicts a 4 games to 3 win for Minnesota with a 53% win in terms of the Monte Carlo simulation. So they won 53% of those matchups out of the 10,000 we have ran. That implies the true line should be closer to a coin flip, not necessarily minus 215. There's a strong signal of market inflation on the Vegas side. Just look out for that. The full model pick sweep would be spread and line both go to Minnesota. This suggests value on both the upset price and the Wild to push it to 6 games. Could be driven by moneyline trends and overpricing of Vegas's recent success. So the bottom line here is this is a case where the model disagrees with public perception and pricing. So the stat clearly leans Vegas, but the odds may have overcorrected, opening the door for value on Minnesota. So if you believe in price inefficiencies over raw team strength, this is your contrarian spot. Me, on the other hand, I don't think so. I think that Vegas is built to go deep. If they can stay healthy with their defense and their scoring with those top guys, Stone in the playoffs is unreal. So with him, Eichel, Then they got those top four defensemen. They're all big, they're physical, and they can play a little bit of offense. I think Vegas has a good chance of winning the cup, let alone just getting through the series. I think they have a good chance at winning the cup. So, like always, we'd like to thank you guys for watching. We hope that you got some awesome information from this video. Now, don't forget to subscribe to Grandstand Sports Data for more great shows like this one. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, share with your friends, and then leave a comment down below on who you think is going to win the series. That's all for now, and we'll see you guys in the next one.